Great, thank you. So thank you for joining us today. Today's webinar is on isolved's Learn and Grow. We have Amber from our isolved team here today, and before I hand it over to Amber, I want to say hello to our clients I see logging in. I see we have a mix of clients joining us today, some that already have Learn and Grow and some that don't currently have it and maybe are interested in it, and you're here today to learn more about it. So, and also I want to highlight that this is the perfect time of year to go over the Learn and Grow feature because as many of our clients know, this time of year, as we approach the fourth quarter, is when we start reaching out and reminding all of our clients to complete their annual sexual harassment prevention course, which is a mandatory training for all New York State employees. And Learn and Grow has that course as an option along with many others. So Amber, thank you. And go ahead whenever you're ready, take it away.
Great. Thank you so much, Renee. Appreciate that. Yes, thank you, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us today. So we're just going to run through our agenda for today so you'll meet your presenters. And then I'm going to go through a nice little overview of Learn and Grow, some key features, some benefits, some statistics. And then after that, we're going to go through a nice, demo of the solution. At the very end, we will have some time for some Q&A. So if you have any questions as we're going through, whether it's the overview or even just the demo, there's two options. You can either put them in the chat or the Q&A. And at the very end of our demonstration today, we'll be able to get to all of your questions. All right, so today on the phone, you have myself. My name is Amber Vernew. I'm an account manager here at isolved. And then you also have David Braby on the phone with us. I always kind of like to refer to David as, kind of our know-all, do-all here at isolved. So I'm happy and excited that he's on the phone with us today. He's going to be the one that's going to go through the solution demonstration with you guys after I go through the overview. All right, so just to kind of give you an overview, some statistics we really like to share, that we really pull in from a lot of different surveys that take place nationwide across all different, clients, different client sizes. And then, this is not specifically, pertaining to isolved, but just as an overall whole as far as what employees are looking for, across the nation. So a couple statistics we're going to share with you here is employees learning, continues to be a growing benefit. It's something that employees are very much looking for, this day and age as far as being able to really increase their value for their client, for their employers, and then also just being able to, really skill up their credentials and being able to have that option, whether it's, completion through certification journeys, whether it's industry specific or even just professional certifications. 68% of employees say that they are most likely to stay with their current employer if they're able to upskill their opportunities. So if you think about that for just a second, that's more than half of your workforce will 100% stay with you if you actually provide opportunities for them to upskill their opportunities. And then also, 67% of employees say learning and being developed within their current employer is a really important benefit for them. And it's also an important interest for them as well. So just a couple of statistics we like to share with you as far as some of the benefit reports that we get from, some different opportunities out there. Another thing that we also like to just kind of share with you guys is that, when asked as far as what type of support employees are provided from their employers as far as growth, 45%, of employees say that training through a learning management system is something that, either their employees provide or that they're looking to have provided to them. I'm not going to go through this whole slide, but there's a couple of other nice things in here, if you think about this too, mentoring opportunities. Mentoring opportunities is not really a big one on the list. Being really to upskill your learning. You'll notice here 46%, being able to expand upon their current skill sets and upskilling. These are really, really important to employees and a big benefit that they're always consistently looking for with their employers. Another thing that we've also noticed, through a Harvard Business Review that a lot of employees have stated is organizations that invest in their employee experience have more than 4 times the profit and then 2 times the revenue. So one thing that we have also noticed, through a lot of these business reviews that we read, a lot of surveys that go out, is when employees are engaged, they always outperform their peers. And one thing on here that always stands out to me is 147%. So if I'm happy and I'm engaged and I'm learning and I'm getting the experiences from my employer, I am going to always outperform my peers. So keeping those employees engaged, keeping them happy, keeping them constantly learning and being able to upskill, you'll definitely see the rewards and you'll reap the benefits of those rewards from your employees and their happiness. All right, so a couple of key features and benefits that we really like to be able to go through as far as the learning management system within isolved is that it does have a comprehensive dashboard and reporting. So you're able to really, pull reports to see like what, certifications your employees have gone through, what things are maybe interested in. You can personalize and configure that curriculum. So depending on the type of industry that you're in, and maybe the employees that you're looking to really grow within your company, you can really configure that curriculum by employee by employee. You can also even just do it, department by department. We do have some SCORM compliant courses. There are some really nice gamification elements in here. And then training recommendations to really enhance your employees' learning experience as well. The benefits here is, again, you're going to be able to gain that productivity, right? Because now your employees are going to continuously stay engaged. They're going to be also growing personally and professionally. And when you have employees that are growing, that's where the productivity comes in play. You're able to, improve retention by keeping your employees, again, happy and engaged and always continuously learning new opportunities. The employees stay. They're not going to start looking for other opportunities. They're not going to start looking for other companies that are going to give, what they're looking for, which is being able to continuously learn. And then ensure compliance. So this is also a really, key important piece for a lot of companies, especially like in the state of New York, and even other states across the country, is being able to make sure that you're always in compliance and that your employees are learning while they're also meeting, doing those regulatory requirements. And then last but not least, again, always increasing engagement, right? Being able to reward and recognize employees with some of the digital merits and badges and certifications that come along with the Learn and Grow management system, you're really going to be able to help, keep them engaged by, having some rewards in there. All right, so at this time, I'm going to turn the time over to Dave Braby. He is going to go through that really nice demonstration of what all the learning management system can do within isolved. And then again, please, if you have any questions, make sure you put them either in the chat or the Q&A section, and we'll be more than happy to get to all of your questions at the end of the demonstration. All right, David, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right, very good. Thank you, Amber. So as Amber mentioned, one of the major benefits of having a learning management solution is the opportunity that you're giving your employees to grow and develop. One of the trends that we saw in 2023 was that almost 50%, 49% of employees were actually out exploring new job opportunities. So with the learning management solution, that gives the employee one more reason to stay with your company. And with isolved's Learn and Grow solution, the employees are able to easily access that learning management solution right here from their employee portal. So as they come in, we will open up this Learn and Grow section for them. All they have to do is click on that, and then that's going to launch them into their learning dashboard. So the first thing that the employee is going to see is the My Assignments section here. This is going to have any assignments that you've given to them, from individual courses to paths. A path is a group of courses that can be assigned to employees. So instead of making those assignments individually, you group those courses together in a path and assign that path out, like a new hire orientation, for example. So as you can see right on the dashboard, the employee is able to see those that have been completed. It's going to put it in green status. If you make due dates, which is common for assignments and also for path completions, then the system can automatically then remind the employee that they have an overdue course or path that they need to complete. Those reminders can go out daily. And then it'll also turn red on their dashboard. So it gives them that visual of what's outstanding, what they're still in progress of completing, and what's overdue. You also notice that there is a My Registration site, My Favorites, and Recommended Courses. So here's where you can actually recommend courses to your employees out here. If you have any courses that might be on site, the employee can actually go and register for those on-site courses. So when we build this out, there's going to be a calendar here that would list out any courses that are going to be on site, and I don't have any for September, but I had one for August. That way the employee can come out here, click on those, get that on-site, a summary of what that on-site course is going to be all about, and then register right from their learning management solution. Also, as Amber mentioned, there's a gamification that's involved with this solution too. So not only can grade levels be handed out, but also points and badges and ranks that the employee can earn, engaging them in that learning process. And of course, there's a leaderboard that they can access if they're that competitive type. Now, additionally, you're going to notice that down here at the bottom, there is an Explore More content. So what I'm doing right now is I'm logging in to the content library within the solution. Within this solution, there's over 90,000 courses that are available. So as you come out here, you or your employees come out here, you're able to search for content just by typing in, similar to a Google search. But in the search section, the most popular courses are going to pull up. So these are the ones that have been most viewed, most taken. So you can see right up at the top, those sexual harassment courses that can be actually automatically assigned out to the employees and give them a reminder to go back into the solution after it's been a year to retake that course. So all kinds of courses out here. Again, these are the most popular, as you can see, from bullying, harassment, discrimination courses, cyber security awareness. So all kinds of courses out here in this learning library. You also notice that there's what's called playlists. So this is where our content providers have actually put together or grouped courses together to make it easy to find information or courses on a particular subject, like Excel or leadership. So as you or your employees click into these, you're able to see a list of courses that are underneath that topic. All these can be downloaded and assigned out to your employees. Now, you also notice right next to the search, there is an AI chat. So this is where you can really have your instruct your employees that they can really take advantage of this, because this is where they can come out and search that content library in order to upskill or maybe even reskill. So for example, I might want to improve my skills as a project manager. So I can just type in here, improve skills as a project manager. And this is going to use the AI and it's basically going to have a conversation. So AI comes back, says, okay, I need a little bit more information. So give me your industry. So I'm just going to say software industry. And now it's going to pull up some recommendations on things that I can use in order to improve my project management skills, from agile method to Scrum Mastery. So I can come in here and just select one of those. And now it's going to pull up related courses. And I can load more, but top 3 here, let's click into one of these. It's going to give a summary over here on the right-hand side. Many times there's a little preview, so you can just click on that and get a very short preview video of what that course entails. But this allows both you as the client, as the employer, and your employees, if you want, to be able to come out here, search those courses, download those, and complete those. Again, in order to help them upskill or maybe even reskill, in order to keep them engaged and growing and developing. So a lot of tools within the solution in order to search the content. Now, not only do you have access to that content library, but you also, as an administrator, as an employer, you have the ability to load in your own course content into the solution too. So this really is a one-stop solution for all your training content. So if you already have content, whether that be maybe a PowerPoint presentation, or maybe it's a video on how to do something in your organization, you can load that into the system, and then you can use the course creation wizard to load that information into the system, or just go to create course. I'm going to go in and edit this one here just so you can see what this looks like. But as you come in, you're actually letting the system know what type of content that you're loading in. And you can see video content, text, SCORM. So if you've purchased third-party training solutions, those can be uploaded into the system. So again, one place for all that learning content. So you let the system know what kind of content that is. You can build relations, which means you can have prerequisite courses. You can build taxonomies, which allows you to create different categories so that the employees can more easily search for content based off of those categories. And you can even set locks and, again, featuring. So if you feature this, then it's going to show up on that employee dashboard when they log into the system. The locks then would be, how many attempts do they get before the system locks them out when they take that test. So you notice quizzes and tests can also be developed within this solution. Those tests can be multiple choice, they can be true false, they could be multiple choice with a picture, again, to keep the employee engaged in learning that content. So courses can be entered into the system, and then paths can be created. So I've got a compliance track path here that has courses, compliance courses. I also have a HIPAA path, but this just gives you the ability to come into the system and then pick and choose the courses that you want grouped together. So again, instead of assigning out individual courses to the employees, you come in and you select the content. And now as you assign that path out, all these courses go out together in that one group of courses to the employee. Now, when you're making those assignments, this is where this system is very dynamic. You're able to come in and not only assign those out individually, but you can do it automatically by teams. So you have the ability to come into this solution, into this module, and actually create teams. Team could be employees from multiple departments or multiple locations. So instead of automatically assigning by your organization structure or your labor, so those departments, those locations, those divisions, you can now set up those teams to assign based off of the team. So again, very dynamic. And you notice it says automatic by organization and labor and automatic by teams. So what that means is, as an employee maybe moves in the company from one department to another or one team to another, automated assignments and paths can would automatically go out to that employee. That way you're not having to come back into the system and make those assignments whenever there is a position change or an organizational change. Down here below, you'll notice that's where the gamification is. Points, badges, ranks can be loaded into the system. And then with gamification listeners, you're actually able to come into the system and based off of the completion of a course or the completion of a path, assign those badges or those points or those rankings. Again, to keep the employee engaged in that process. Now, one other thing that I did want to mention is in the assignments. So let me come back into, let's go into this compliance track assignment. So when you're actually making those assignments out here, this is where down at the bottom, you can have that automatic recurring assignment. So if this changes to yes, then additional fields open up, as you can see. So you can reassign, say, every year or every day's interview or interval. And you can even put a starts on. So again, very dynamic in how you can actually automate the assignments of those different courses and those different paths. Now, of course, within the solution, you're also able to come in and generate reports within the solution. So down here in your menu, it's going to give you a dashboard of in the last 30 days, the test results. Average score, pass rate. This can be filtered. So you have the ability to come in and filter, say, by the various teams. So this again is where those teams come into play. You're also able to see anyone who's earned a certificate that you've built into the system. So certificates can be attached to any course or any path. And then that certificate information feeds back into the employee HR record along with all the completions of the courses that the employee has been assigned. You also notice that there's leaderboards in here. There's a path completions. So just with the click of a button, you can see who's completed what paths and when. This is also downloadable to Excel. In addition, there is a legal company course status, which gives you a listing of all the courses that have been assigned out and the status, whether it's been completed by the employee or in progress or even past due. And you do have the ability to come into the assignments and then just pull up those at-risk assignments. So it's going to pull up all those courses or paths that are past due. So again, the ability to track all that information within the solution and then have all those completed courses and all those certificates feed back into the employee record. So you can put your mind at rest that knowing that with this solution, you have the ability to not only load in your own content, but a library of over 90,000 courses to choose from in order to help keep you in compliance for those courses like sexual harassment, but also to give your employees the ability to grow and develop. Now, one last thing that I want to leave you with is that employee record. So as your employees complete all those courses, as I mentioned, it's feeding that information back into their HR record. So when you come in and you go into that employee portal, into the admin portal, excuse me, yeah, you have the ability to go in to the analytics and go down to the training and have a dashboard display of all those trainings that the employees completed. And with this dashboard, you do have the ability to export this out to Excel and also drill down or filter based off of the course that you want to see the completion rate on. So that's what we had prepared to show you today. Hopefully you've seen some of the advantages that this solution can give to you as employers and making this offering to your employees. I'm going to turn the time back over to Amber and see if we have any questions.
Excellent. Thank you, David. I am checking the chat now and the Q&A, and it doesn't look like we have any questions at this time. So with that, I think we can conclude, our webinar for today. Renee, did you want to make any closing comments before, we close this out for today?
Yeah, if there are no questions coming in, I think we're all set. Amber and David, thank you very much. And I hope our clients have learned a lot today about Learn and Grow.
Excellent. Thank you all for your time today. We really appreciate you taking your time out of your day, and I hope you guys all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.